Once hailed as potential franchise savior, quarterback Zach Wilson is now embarking on a new chapter. After a year where he didn't see a single snap, Wilson, now with his third team in 3 years, is aiming to let it rip as a backup for the Miami Dolphins. Speaking at the Dolphins' mandatory minicamp, Wilson discussed his approach to learning head coach Mike McDaniel's high-powered offense. While his strong arm is evident, he's also reportedly thrown his share of interceptions in practices open to the media. But Wilson, who spent 2024 with the Denver Broncos, though inactive, sees this as part of his development. "That's what I'm working on every day," Wilson stated. "The focus is not caring so much about the result, but every single day my mindset shifts to playing with conviction and just letting it rip." The Dolphins' decision to bring in Wilson was a calculated one. They ended the offseason needing to address their quarterback depth, especially after starter Tua Tagovailoa has faced injuries, and a lack of depth played a role in their somewhat underwhelming 8-9 campaign in 2024. Mike McDaniel described Wilson as a direct and calculated target in free agency, signing him to a one-year deal reportedly worth $6 million. McDaniel's familiarity with Wilson goes way back. He recalled watching all of Wilson's college tape from BYU when he was the offensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. He witnessed Wilson become a number 2 overall pick by the New York Jets in 2021 and subsequently struggle to live up to that draft status. However, McDaniel believes Wilson has learned from that turbulent start and is ready to move forward. He even drew a parallel to Tua Tagovailoa's own career, noting Tua's slower start before thriving in the Dolphins' environment. McDaniel hopes for a similar trajectory for Wilson. "What I see is a guy playing football with a feel of, I'm strong enough to handle anything," McDaniel said. "A guy like that is always working on his technique, that has an extraordinary arm talent. It's cool to watch him grow, especially in our offense." One specific coaching point for Wilson, given his exceptional arm talent, once compared to the likes of Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, is to release the ball earlier. He admitted he'd never really been coached on that before, but is now prioritizing getting the ball out sooner to anticipate his speedy receivers. McDaniel elaborated on coaching a player with such arm strength. "You go back to like John Elway and guys with cannons, a guy with arm talent like that to challenge the game, the football game, the quarterback position. The only reason I would challenge him in that regard is because he has the power to, that game adjustment or what the coach is asking me is minute, thin gruel relative." He added he's demonstrated that. To recap Wilson's NFL journey so far, he completed 57% of his passes for 6,293 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 25 interceptions in his first 34 career appearances. His rookie season included a knee injury. Another knee injury followed in the next preseason, limiting him in 2022, a year where he also faced benchings. He was slated to back up Aaron Rodgers in 2023 before Rodgers' season-ending injury in Week 1. Wilson then completed a career-high 60.1% of his passes for 2,271 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions in 12 appearances that season. The Broncos traded for him last offseason, but he didn't play. Now Wilson, who is reportedly getting married later this month, says his focus is on enjoying his football journey. "That's what I've been trying to do since I went to the whole New York experience. Trying to be more myself and focus more on enjoying the game," Wilson shared. Enjoying the learning, enjoying the failures, the process and everything that comes with it. Tua Tagovailoa himself has noticed Wilson's progress, mentioning that Wilson has made strides behind the scenes in sessions not visible to the media. Tua also likened Wilson's current situation to his own when McDaniel first arrived, emphasizing the need to build trust and heed the coach's guidance, especially given past scar tissue. It's a fresh start for Zach Wilson in Miami, a low-pressure situation with a coach known for his offensive creativity and player development. Can he resurrect his career as a Dolphin? What are your thoughts on Zach Wilson's potential in Miami? Let us know in the comments. We got a fascinating and potentially league-altering trade idea to discuss today, floated by Alex K. of Bleacher Report. This one involves Miami Dolphins superstar wide receiver Tyreek Hill and a potential move to the Arizona Cardinals. Now let's set the stage. You might recall that right after Miami Dolphins' 2024 regular season ended, missing the playoffs, Tyreek Hill made a pretty direct statement in the locker room. "I'm out, bro," he told reporters. Fast forward to now. Hill hasn't publicly reiterated that desire to leave since January, and importantly, he did participate in the Dolphins' mandatory minicamp this week. So, the immediate "I'm out" sentiment seems to have cooled, or at least isn't being publicly pushed by Hill at this moment. However, Alex K. at Bleacher Report believes a departure could still be on the cards, just perhaps not until closer to September. K proposes a specific trade. The Miami Dolphins trade Tyreek Hill to the Arizona Cardinals. The suggested return package for the Dolphins? A third-round pick and a fourth-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. So, why would the Dolphins even consider trading away a player of Hill's caliber? A Super Bowl champion, 5-time first-team All-Pro, and 8-time Pro Bowler? According to K, the financial ramifications are a significant driver. Hill's contract has him due $27.7 million in guaranteed salary this season. K notes that cutting or trading Hill would result in a manageable dead cap hit of just $12.8 million. Crucially, this move would free up nearly $15 million in immediate cap space for Miami. Considering the Dolphins currently have only about $14 million in available cap space, which is the sixth lowest in the league, K argues that a separation makes plenty of fiscal sense. Now, why the Arizona Cardinals as a landing spot? K sees them as an ideal trade partner for a few reasons. The Cardinals are a team on the rise under head coach Jonathan Gannon, improving from 4 to 13 to 8 to 9 last year. Their receiving core, however, still needs a jolt. Arizona hasn't made huge splashes at the wide receiver position in free agency or the draft recently, with the notable exception of drafting Marvin Harrison Jr. K's vision, pairing Tyreek Hill with a foundation receiver like Marvin Harrison Jr., would give quarterback Kyler Murray the high-octane weapons needed to truly compete in the tough NFC West, both this year and in the seasons to come. Tyreek Hill, a member of the NFL's 2010s All-Decade team, has an undeniable track record of success and game-changing ability. The idea of him joining forces with Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. is certainly tantalizing from an offensive firepower perspective. But what do you think? Is this a trade the Dolphins should seriously consider, given the financial implications and the draft pick return? And would Tyreek Hill in Arizona make the Cardinals instant contenders? This is a bold proposal by Alex K. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.